So in this lesson, I'm going to show you how to combine integers using the rules. We're going to use a drawing, which I call the face, to help you remember these rules. The key is for you to be able to draw this face on any piece of paper that you have laying around to help you remember this. So first you start with the circle that is your face. Now we're going to draw the eyes. So we need two circles for eyes. Okay, the first eye is going to put an S. You're going to put an S inside of it. And the second eye, you're going to put a D inside of it. The S stands for same signs, and the D stands for different signs. Next to the S, you'll put a plus. This is to remind you that if the signs are the same, you add the two digits. If the signs are different, we're going to put a minus sign because we're going to subtract the two digits. So if we think about number lines, this would mean if you're going in the same direction, because the integers have the same sign, you end up adding the numbers. And if you're going in different directions, you have different signs, so you end up subtracting the digits. Okay, so that will give you your number. Now let's think about how do we decide which sign the answer is. So for the nose, our nose is going to be an arrow facing up. And this arrow is going to remind you that you have to take the sign of the higher number or the larger number. And then we have to finish off our face with a smile because we're done and we got it right. So if you can remember this circle and face and draw it, you should be able to remember the rules of integers. So let's see how that would apply. Okay, so first thing you would do is separate the moves. The second thing you will do is ask yourself if the signs are the same or different. You may need to rewrite your problem. And then you're going to follow the face. So the S plus, just to remind you what it means that if the signs are the same, you add. And the D stands for if the signs are different, you subtract. The arrow is to take the sign of the higher number, or the bigger number wins the sign. When we spoke about when you're playing tug of war, the bigger, stronger person will win. So that is where you would get your sign. Okay, the sign of the bigger number, and then you're so happy because you got it right. So let's apply this and see how it will work. Step 1, separate our moves. So we have a positive 50, I'll write this here, followed by a negative 5. Here we can see that our signs are different. So since the signs are different, I'm going to look at the right eye. The right eye tells me that I have to subtract. So 50 minus 5 is 45. Now I'm going to move down the face to the nose. This is going to remind me to take the sign of the higher number. Well, I know that 50 is bigger than 5. 50 is positive, so my answer is going to be positive. So my final answer is 45. Let's try the next one. Now this doesn't have a followed by sign, so you may want to rewrite this. Our first move, when I speak about moves, remember we're talking about on the number line, right? You'd be going to the left, 45. And now followed by our next move, which would be to the left, 5 again. So we separated the moves, this step 1. Now we're going to ask, are the signs the same or different? Well, they're the same signs, right? So same signs means we're going to add. 45 and 5 is 50. And then I'm going to take the sign of the higher number, step 4. And 45 is greater than 5, so I have a negative 50. And here is my answer. And let's try one more. First we have a negative 10, followed by, now I have this. We have a double negative. So remember, this means the opposite of negative 25, which is positive 25. If you remember, we spoke about when you have a double negative and two negatives are next to each other, we can turn it into one big plus sign. Okay, so now, are the signs the same or different? They are different. So I'm going to look at the i's in step 3. Different, so I'm going to subtract. And then the arrow tells me to take the sign of the bigger number. 25 is bigger. It's positive, so my answer stays positive. I hope this helps. Please practice drawing the face so that you can remember how to use it.